obviously there are people who just totally get into this.
Right.
But how much do you have to? I mean, as people are saying, you don't have to actually play the games, but you should at least be familiar with what is going on, or do you go through the entire
I don't even think you need that. I don't even
really.
Honestly, I just worked with an amazing actor who took my breath away, John Delancey, who played Q in Next Generation. He is the farthest thing from a gamer you're going to get, because he's probably the smartest person I've ever met in my whole life. I'm talking hyper intellectual,
Right.
to a degree that I've never encountered, and an amazing actor. And he just, the game didn't matter. It just was so, at a certain point when you're chasing a story and an emotional beat and an experience, the gameplay itself almost doesn't matter. I mean, we have to know the context, but all that stuff fades away. When you're working with actors and you're bringing a performance to life, none of it even matters. What's going on? What is this actor trying to convey? That's all that matters. That's all that matters. So I would say, I mean, look, playing video games, knowing video games, you can't go wrong knowing that. It's great background information. The foreground would be an amazing actor and at least understand fantasy games, or fantasy genre, rather.
Fantasy genre.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, to me, it seems like the likelihood of being really good, or being really intimately into the game, but also being a great actor, is the time and energy required to be a great actor doesn't allow for you to be a great gamer.
Exactly.
I mean,
and not only that, it's two different parts of the brain, right?
Yeah.
And the reason when I'm with my writers and we're in session and they might really talk game, I try to pull them back from that, because you don't want to drown the actor in information. You don't want them to get bogged down. Okay, so he's running and he's chasing and he's got a unit on his back and he's got to do this and there's a quest and no. What's the essence of what we're doing? So for me, I don't know, there's something pure in just being in the moment and not thinking about the actual game. Unless, of course, there's something specific we need to hit. But generally speaking, I don't know. It's background, not foreground.
Right. Does improv have a whole lot to do with it?
I love improv, yes.
Yeah. You suggest that to people?
Like,
maybe you should take some improv classes and things like that?
I've been studying theater directing for quite some time now, and I really try to turn my sessions, especially the cinematic sessions, into theater. And so we do a whole lot of improv, because I think finding ways to improv further. My amazing directing mentor, her name is Judith Weston. She wrote a book called Directing Actors. She says, there's always the A character that you're looking at, what's on the paper, what's on the script, but always look at the B side, right? What's their character's B side when they're not in your scene, when they're not there, when they're by themselves?
What's the backstory?
What's the backstory?
Right.
And so to kind of, what my favorite improv experiments are when we kind of improv the B side. So I think the more the actors can kind of play with improving and being in the moment and just going with their gut really makes a huge difference. So we improv a lot before our cinematic sessions. Also, we always welcome improving during the lines, because the actors in the moment, they're there on the front lines of our character. So whatever improv comes up, we take it all, we absorb it and celebrate it.
Right.
So.
And any laughing plagues ever happen during this? Somebody just totally breaks it and you're off.
Oh, it happens all the time, because you're just so silly. You just, at some point, you just start, this whole thing is so silly and fun. So yes, all kinds of silliness happens.